Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jay. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the death of Howard Finkel. Howard Finkel, as many of you guys know, is the legendary WWE WWF announcer, and he was in really poor health for the past year or so. But yeah, I love Howard. I loved Howard Finkel and his stuff with the company. Like I said, it's one of the saddest things to me. I said this on Facebook that, and I said this last year when me and Gene Oakland passed away, that everyone we grew up with watching as professional wrestling fans of the late '80s and the early '90s is now passed away. This comes on the heels of, well, virtually everyone, not everyone, like a handful of guys are still alive, but this comes on the heels of a mass exodus of people from WWE yesterday, and the announcement that by the governor of Florida that WWE will remain open for business, doing live shows. That WWE is quote unquote an essential business, and of course, this received a lot of backlash from wrestling fans as well as non-wrestling fans because many people in the real world are being laid off. Many people in the real world are being let go of their jobs while WWE is allowed to thrive. But in terms of Howard Finkel, because they're in the pocket of Donald Trump and in the pocket of Republican politicians. But again, stick on topic. In terms of Howard Finkel, he was the greatest announcer of all time. He was the man who gave WrestleMania its name. In 1985, late 84, 85, when they were thinking of a name to come up with for the Super Bowl of professional wrestling, the big show of the WWE, this big show that was going to involve a lot of celebrities like Cyndi Lauper, like um, Liberace, like Billy Martin, like Muhammad Ali. Um, they they didn't have a name for it, and I guess Howard was a Beatles fan. He remembered the hysteria surrounding the Beatles' arrival here in the United States in 1963. So instead of Beatlemania, he came up with WrestleMania, and that's how WrestleMania got its name. And thankfully so, because WrestleMania, the name proposed by Vince McMahon himself was Wrestle Tussle. Could you imagine Wrestle Tussle 36? Either could I. WrestleMania was a better name. And the thing I remember most from Howard Finkel in terms of an angle was the one he did in 1994 with the head of Hair Club for Men, Cy Sperling. They even had a tuxedo match with him and Harvey Whippleman because Harvey Whippleman would always, whenever he would introduce one of Harvey Whippleman's charges, like for example, WrestleMania 10. So here's the angle. Cy Sperling comes into WWE as one of the guest hosts. I mean, I'm one of the guest appearance people, and he gives Howard a hairpiece. But being the usual stick between Howard Finkel and Harvey Whippleman, Harvey would degrade him. He said, "That's Doctor Harvey Whippleman to you, little man." And then Howard couldn't take it anymore and started beating up Harvey Whippleman. This was right before the match between the Atom Bomb and Earthquake, and it caused them to have a tuxedo match. Howard was great. He was a native New Yorker. He was with WWE since the early '80s, and his key signature was a new WWF Champion Award. Just the "and new" part was just like when somebody knew when the title changed hands, you knew that was coming, and knew WWF champion or and new WWF tag team champions, and that will be sorely missed. Now they have JoJo. Now they had Brandy Rose for a while, and the other ring announcers, Tony Chimel, Lillian Garcia, um, etc. But none can match Howard Finkel. That era of late '80s, early '90s was such a configuration of talent because Vince had gotten them from all the other territories around the country. He took all their top guys and he put them on the show. That that era will never be matched, in my opinion. That's the best era of wrestling ever. And I don't believe or think that wrestling is an essential business. I do value their entertainment in this time of craziness that we're going through right now, but um, I don't think they're essential. And some of the mass layoffs were terrible. One is Rusev, one is Zack Ryder, guys that they just really didn't do anything with, or guys that haven't done anything yet. And I wish them all the best, but again, R.I.P. Howard Finkel. A new arrival in the gates of heaven, Howard Finkel. Peace.